Alrighty, but moving into our news and developments. So, the Lightyear director and producer has been let go at Disney Pixar. So, there were around 7,000 staff cuts in the recent weeks, with around 75 of them coming from Pixar. Um, so, it reveals that the director and producer, who was 26-year animator Angus MacLane, the VP of publicity Michael Agelneck, as well as 30-year Pixar veteran Galen Sussman. And Galen Sussman, who's been with the studio since '95, is reportedly the person to save Toy Story 2 back in the day when they lost like 90% of that film due to the fires.
Mm.
And because she was on maternity leave working from home, she had like a backup copy of it. But all
That's
of this,
lucky.
big time. But this all follows with just the poor performance in the box office for Lightyear, only making $226 million during that time as well. So, as well as that, so we have Rebel Moon, and we've heard news that it's getting 2 cuts of the film. So, Zack Snyder's wife was saying, look, apparently the cheat code for Netflix is sub 2-hour films. But obviously Zack, he's also more into like long form storytelling with his films. They obviously go longer than 2 hours a lot of the time. And he said, well, how am I meant to tell like, this story that I have in under 2 hours? What if I give you 2 films? Hence, like, the creation of parts 1 and 2 of Rebel Moon. But on top of that, he's going to have 2 cuts of this movie. One for the general public, it's a lot safer. And then the other part is more for the enthusiast or the people who love these kinds of films. And they just want to move forward with something like harder and darker as well.
You know which one I'm going to watch.
100%.
I'm not going to give the other one the time of day.
Nah, I don't know. Yeah, no.
Hell no.
Just Netflix, just like, label it properly, please. Please.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Just Snyder Cut. That's all you need to put on
it.
Big time.
It's Rebel Moon Snyder Cut. Yeah, that's all you need to do. That should be a brand now, to be honest.
Yeah, you really should.
Yeah. Drop the patents, trademark it, Snyder. Do it. But as well as that, so SAG-AFTRA have votes for the strike authorization. So we got a statement from the SAG-AFTRA president, Fran Drescher. And the statement issued was the strike authorization votes have been tabulated and the membership joined their elected leadership and negotiating committee in favor of strength and solidarity. I'm proud of all of you who voted as well as those who were vocally supportive, even if unable to vote. Everyone played a part in this achievement. Together, we lock elbows, and in unity, we build a new contract that honors our contributions in this remarkable industry, reflects the new digital and streaming business model, and brings all our concerns for protections and benefits into the now. Bravo, SAG-AFTRA. We are in it to win it.
This is like some really good news, to be honest. Like those streaming houses got away with so much for so fucking long, and now they're going to realize that people is already starting to realize that maybe streaming isn't it. Maybe we need to be on a network, like an actual network now, because it's going to be the same across the fucking board. You might as well.
Yeah.
You get big money up front. Yeah, that's great. But after that, you get no money. And it, like even for something like an Extraction or something that had 52.5 million streams, you are done. You're not get a piece of that money. That's all of your what's his face done.
That's right.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy, man.
That deal should be okay. Well, 52.5 million views. All right, that equates to this amount of time. Okay, well, I want that. I want all the subscriptions paid for that amount of time. I want a portion of that.
That's right, and they should also get a portion of the new subscriptions.
Yeah,
created just to watch that.
Yeah,
if that was the first thing that they watched, that should be going to them as well.
Yeah,
I can just imagine old Gunbu from fucking what's that Korean show with the games. I want to say Suicide.
Squid Games.
Squid Games. Yeah. Just getting a truckload of money.
Yeah. Especially with that second season coming.
That's right. Yeah.
The bill comes due.
Badly. You get a order.
Onto some sadder news. So the Life on Mars revival titled Lazarus has been scrapped. So Graham and co-creator Ashley Farrow announced on Twitter, and what they said was, some sad news, folks. After many months of planning, we'll now not be making Lazarus. I can't go into the details, but the hurdles were financial, not creative. Naturally, all who are involved are sick as a jungle full of parrots, not least myself and AJ Farrow. It was a cracking concept, pertinent to our times, had a whole new round of things to say about the relationship between the public and the police, and it was bloody funny too. But that, as they say, is showbiz, baby. Forgive us if we don't take questions on the decision or on what happens next for Gene, Sam, and the gang, but we wanted to let those who are interested know that you could instead raise a pint of tan and bitter to the gov.
Pint of bitter.
I was just about to say.
This is wild because this show like had an American counterpart as well. Like the concept is really, really great for this show.
Yeah. Is it a Cobra, yeah? And
No,
he's dreaming.
he jumps in his car and in the other world?
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, he's in his car or thinks he's in his car, gets into an accident and is in the 1960 or 70s London. Yeah. Which is wild. It's almost like Back to the Future, but not. So he'd be able to see his parents and all that sort of stuff.
That's wild.
Yeah.
It's a pretty mad concept.
Mm.
But like with cop shows coming out now, like they canceled the actual show Cops. It's done. You're not getting anything like that on network TV or streaming.
Yeah.
They still got SWAT out.
Oh, shit.
I think if it says cops or like deals with cops, they better be corrupt cops.
Yeah, right. Because that's the only cops we have these days.
Apparently.
Jesus.
So, Rob Savage coming off Boogeyman, it seems like he's got a lot of projects lined up. Nothing in production phase just yet, but he does have a few things that he's been speaking about. Specifically, one of those things was like sequel ideas for Boogeyman 2. So nothing solidified just yet, but he just said that it's going to be crazy as a big studio sequel, and it's going to be completely out of the park, very different, but he's really excited about doing that as well. Every time I hear the grandiose scheme of things, I always think that it's just going to be a turd at the end of it.
100%.
That's exactly what I'm thinking. Like, it's going to be the most studio thing you've ever seen.
Like, it just screams turd. As soon as I hear giant studio, turd.
Badly.
You lose decision making then. Yeah, you gain the money, but you lose the final say. Unless you got it written in your contract. I'm sorry. You're a bitch for the studio then now.
Yeah. Or you gotta take the massive pay cut and the massive budget strike.
That's right.
100%. So, on top of that too, Mark Hamill has said that he's done with Luke Skywalker. Finito, he says. Well, he said, you never say never, but he just doesn't see any reason to. So he's happy to hang up the robe and become a Force ghost permanently. They said that they got so many Star Wars stories out there that they just don't need Luke anymore, and it makes a lot of sense with all the content that's coming out too.
The supposed content. We don't know if this shit will actually come out. Kathleen Kennedy doesn't have the best track record.
True.
Out of 10 projects, 3 came out.
Yeah.
It's only recent.
It's not like... Yeah. Like, now they're firing up on all fucking cylinders. But it's not like they would treat Luke's character right anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because they didn't. Do you know, within that new trilogy, there is not a shot with Han, Luke, and Leia in it?
Yeah.
And that's all you wanted. And it's crazy because that's the exact order in which they die as well. Han, Luke, Leia. Yeah. Fucking idiots. Kathleen Kennedy is just like, we need to get rid of her.
I think I think Iger was smart when he moved her out of like the position she was in, and then Chapek fucked it all up when he came back and brought her back. Dickhead, man.
Like, there's rumblings right now that Favreau is going to take over, but Favreau is supposedly on the outs.
Yeah.
He wants to leave.
Yeah, I've heard that as well. It sounds like he just like, I've written all the Mandalorian and washing my hands off it, and I'm out.
And Dave, you got anything to add? And he just runs out the room.
Apparently with Filoni, that is in big cahoots with the Kennedy as well.
God,
Wouldn't be surprised.
And that's why he gets like big play, like he's doing that movie as well and everything. And it's basically his name first for all the Mandos moving forward too.
Yeah. Admittedly, he has the one project that's working over there at Disney. They sort of have to be nice to him.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. But moving on with more Star Wars news, The Acolyte surprisingly is wrapped production. So thought this might have been another one where it got delayed because of the WGA strikes, but no, they seem to go through fine.
Yeah.
So everything's all good there, but now it's going to be maybe about a year of editing until we actually get something on the screen.
I'm not excited at all about this movie.
Not at all.
Yeah.
Not at all.
We'll see. They got a trailer. I'm sure they'll drop something.
100%. So Christopher Nolan was actually speaking about the perspective used to write Oppenheimer as well, with the film coming up in the next couple of weeks. So he said that he decided to do scripting a bit different this time around. So he went with a first-person perspective for Oppenheimer. But that was also because of his understanding that a lot of the documentaries that come out for Oppenheimer or any other material is very much like putting him on the pedestal of creating the A-bomb, and it's more of like a negative light towards him as well. So he wanted everything in the movie to be more so just about how he sees things, how he decided to make it, how he like, you know, envisions physics and the waves, the quantum realm and whatnot. And that's why, like, you know, when he was talking to, I wouldn't say the producer, but I think it's the writer, when he was like, look, we want this to be more so in line with him, and this is why we don't want to use a lot of special effects as well with his perspective. So it should be interesting. There's rumors saying that the ending is going to end with the bomb and is going to go to black and white as well, and then it will lean more into the third person for Oppenheimer and give you that rundown too.
Yeah.
You know, he did come out and say that explosion is fucking next level.
Really?
Like, he said it.
Nolan's exact word is fucking next level.
He said, like, fans are going to be, like, you know, quite impressed when they see that explosion finally. So I don't know, that guy that did book that seat right in the front of IMAX.
Sarah Connor.
Yeah, put that claim in now for Compo. You know? His retinas is just going to get blown out.
She's wearing a neck brace preemptively.
Big press plays on it. So, Captain America 4, it was originally titled New World Order, but apparently it's getting it has gotten a title change, and it's now being called Brave New World. So, I don't know if this was more just like a positivity outlook change for the title, so it sounded more cool.
It's a throwback to Aldous Huxley's Brave New World.
Yep. Okay.
That's what I'm thinking, whereas more the controlled sort of what's his face state, controlled state sort of thinking.
It's obviously not the grape and pillage of the what's his face,
Native Americans. Yeah, stop Pocahontas.
No.
With saying that, then with the controlled state, don't you reckon that would fall in line again with Winter Soldier as well, since that was the end goal for them too?
Hell Hydra.
Yeah, with Marcus Spellman coming back to do this too.
Yeah. Yes.
It'd make it a science.
It comes back.
So awesome news as well is that part 1 of Mission Impossible: Dead Reckoning officially finished production. So apparently they did finish, but then they did some reshoots, which only finished in late April this year.
Yeah.
And as well as that, McHugh was talking about Mission Impossible 8, and he said, like, you are going to see some crazy shit in Dead Reckoning Part 1, but just be aware that behind this beast is another bigger beast as well. Because he was saying that that shot in South Africa is nuts. And even the air sequence during that is crazy. I can't fucking wait, man.
Same.
Matt Q really said, "Eat the chicken, or I'll kill another chicken." That's what it feels like.
Oh, shit. So, Universal Pictures and Illumination Entertainment, with them seeing the success of Super Mario Brothers, and we reported this already, saying that Zelda might be the next thing on the block. And it sounds like it's actually fucking happening. And they're apparently closing a big deal to get Zelda on the big screen as well. Super fucking exciting.
Confirms that it's going to be like an Illumination like animation.
Yeah. I'm hoping it's more in the vein of sort of How to Train Your Dragon and that sort of stuff. That's what I'm thinking. Like, if they can do that, like, I thought about it before because, like, you know, them like playing new age music and whatnot over Link just wouldn't work. It does for Mario because Mario he's a pop icon.
Yeah.
But for Link, that makes sense for me. If they can get that guy to do this movie, animated movie, then we make a lemonade.
Fucking
badly. Dean DeBlah.
Yeah.
Come back, just leave that live action remake.
Finish the remake, but then just do this after because this isn't done. They can't write scripts, they can't do anything. We got
That's
time.
true.
Yeah, definitely. But even if they got the composers who did Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom to score this, it would be perfect.
They got to get those fucking composers.
Yeah, that's who you want.
100%. Because remember, like, it was like 4 fucking minutes long, but that like launch trailer for Tears of the Kingdom, some of the best composing in that, like, the soundtrack was just intense. It was unbelievable. And as well as that, you have to keep that scale too.
Yeah. You need to kind of be in there.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's crazy how every Zelda game is kind of like Spider-Man in that way. You know how across the Spider-Verse, like they break down the Spider-Man lore?
Yeah.
Link also has that shit. There's got to be the princess that he's got to save. There's got to be some sort of thing that he's got to attain, and he's got to beat Ganondorf at the end.
Yeah.
100%.
He's got to save the kingdom. Hyrule. Yeah.
Yeah. So there was a video that went out and it was like 3 hours long, but this guy talks about like the mental composition of Link as a character as well. Because if you look at his journey from Ocarina all the way through to past Majora's Mask and all of that, this guy suffers from a lot of like pain and loss going through that, and he still like picks up that mantle to be the hero of time every time as well. Because at the end of Ocarina, no one knows who he is. Navi leaves him as well. And he's there with no explanation. Yeah, remember Navi leaves when he comes back as a kid in the Temple of Time.
Yeah.
And he gets no explanation about where she has to go. So he's left alone. And then that leads into Majora's Mask, where he's alone going through those forests. And then he meets the Skull Kid and everything happens again. And when that happens, loses everyone again.
Yeah.
It's a perpetual cycle of loss and heartbreak for Link.
Yeah.
It's crazy when you think about it.
If they could go into that hero's journey is going to be fucking fire.
Fucking big time.
Like when the Ode lifts the sword again.
Yeah.
Like the people's champ.
It's going to be crazy. That's when they explode.
Fucking big time.
Oh, man.
So much potential.
Yeah.
Fucking big time.
It is.
as well as that, so we got the release schedule for Fast X2. So they're saying April 2025. Vin Diesel posted it himself, and he said, "For those who didn't know that the Fast X was just part one, know that part two is going to be an effort from our Fast family in studio like you have never seen."
I don't know why that makes me laugh. Like you have never seen before. All right, Vin. Pull the
I've
other
fucking
one.
seen it all, Diesel. I've seen it all.
Yeah, I've seen it all. That's the thing. What do you have now? You got nothing, mate. It's gonna be the same fare. Just say it. It's gonna be like just the other ones.
Yeah.
If you like cars, you're gonna love this one.
Yeah. If you like to go fast and you like to get furious, we got something for you. Like what are we doing?
It's not high art.
No.
Fucking relax.
I know.
This is not Oppenheimer you're making. Like, understand there's levels to the movie shit, and this is not it.
Yeah.
Like this is not that.
Yeah. Like I don't mind if
I
an O's like
appreciate
yeah, exactly. I appreciate it on the same level. It's not like I'm like, oh no, I'm only watching drama, art house type shit for the next 6 months. Your movie will be out of my league to watch. Nah, it's up there for me. Like Bloodsport sits there next to Shawshank Redemption.
Yeah.
Fucking big time.
These are the movies that raised me. The 80s raised me. The
Yeah.
80s and 90s raised
That's right.
me.
That's
So
right.
I do like these movies. I understand what they're going for.
Yeah.
Like the Vin Diesel is trying to be our Arnie or Stallone for our generation.
Yeah.
He's just not there. Like you need to make some R-rated fare, my friend.
Big time.
Say stick around. Say all this bullshit. Like that's what we want to hear.
Do it some more.
Yeah.
That, like, I've been trying to think how they're gonna like do something new with this movie. I was like, the only thing they haven't touched in these 10 movies, sorry, is like upgrading their NOS, like doing something crazy different with the NOS. Just watch Fast 10 2. They're gonna have some crazy NOS shit in here.
I want what's his face to like. I want it to completely turn. And for them to just be like, you know what? We work for this government. They've shit on us for so long now. Fuck you. And they just
They're
become
running heists
as
again.
bad. Yeah, they become as bad as, and then there's just a new crew that has to come and take them down.
That'd be a massive turn.
Either that or it's like someone just stalking them while they go on that bad turn and just killing them one by one.
That's what they need. They need stakes, like real stakes.
Yeah.
Inescapable stakes.
Yeah.
Like hard not coming back from this one. Pop.
Yeah.
True, actually. Like, I won't say it. It's still like, fresh out there. I'm not going to spoil it for anyone. But yeah, they do. They need proper stakes. Imagine this starts like Infinity War and you just see all of them all fucked up on the floor.
I'd like that. I'd like that. They gotta start from the low point.
Yeah. That's how it should be.
Yeah.
This movie writes itself. Alrighty. So, premium video on demand. So Universal has come out and said that this has been a huge success for them. So Universal is one of the only people who didn't have like a regular window, so like 45 days, for example. These guys were actually very loose with their release windows when it came to dropping them on PVOD. So these guys could so these guys could range from like 2 weeks to 30 days if they wanted to. And it was actually a big benefit for smaller films that might not have seen the light of day in box office, and they made a killing in premium video on demand. So these guys have been saying with Universal they made $1 billion off PVOD. And
That's
they
crazy,
said,
yeah.
What you want? That's what you want.
And like they were saying, even with that, it didn't cannibalize the market. They still made money everywhere else. Sometimes it even boosted the sales of box office, which is crazy.
It's nuts.
Yeah. Like, sorry, dog, you go.
I was gonna say, like, this isn't what they were saying. What Universal was saying was that this isn't an add-on to an existing income stream. It's a brand new stream.
Yeah.
This is
These
like
big-
this the half step from the cinema into the full step VOD.
Yeah. And then, like, okay, people liked it on PVOD. Maybe that'll start, like, physical media and all that sort of stuff. And then they start making their money like that way. Like,
Yeah.
there's a lot of things you can do here. Like, this is the way. I mean, we spoke about it, I think, 2 years ago with that deal with Warner and Universal. Like, hey, this is our release schedule. This is what it's going to be going forward. Warner obviously isn't doing that.
No.
It's only Universal that's like, fuck yous. We're going to show you how we're going to work.
That's right.
This is the company that's going to make the most money this year
Yeah.
on the back of bloody Mario.
That's right. That's right. It's true though, because they've been smart with their audience. Like, if your audience doesn't show up in droves, right? Like Fast X, they had a really big turnout, made $250 million. Now we're going to step it down. 21 days after release of the theaters, step it down. Now it's available via PVOD.
Yeah.
Then, like, you can also read the market. What else is coming out? Do I need to take that movie off the shelf? Put it over there in digital. That's smart. It gives them a lot more flexibility.
That's right. I think it just like automatically brings a whole lot more eyes to your movie. There's a whole lot more people talking about your movie. I watched this movie. I saw the trailer for it. I saw it on Apple. I rented it or I bought it. It's mad. You know what I mean? It's also like, I mean, for families that want to sit down and watch with their, like, the whole family. Okay, well, we bought Mario so we can sit down and watch it as a family.
Yeah.
It's good for them too. For the price for $30, sit down with your family and you watch it.
Yeah. That's what we did. Even the 2-year-old was like, into it.
That's mad. Alrighty. But for our last piece of news, so Bryan Cranston, the man who's always been fucking working, has officially detailed his retirement plans. So he's planning on retiring 3 years from now in 2026 at the age of 70. And so his whole point was that he wants to have that like retirement experience. I want to go for day trips and have the fire in the fireplace and drink wine with new friends and not read scripts. It's not going to be like, oh, I'll read and see what I'm going to do. No, it's a pause. It's not a stop. On top of that, this guy is stopping his production company and he's also selling his share in Dos Hombres that he has with, I want to say Aaron Paul.
Yeah, that's right.
It is Aaron Paul? Very good. Yeah, Jake Paul and Logan and all. It throws me off. But he continues to say that I want to change the paradigm once again. For the last 24 years, so his wife Robin has led her life holding on to my tail. She's been the plus one. She's been the wife of a celebrity. She's had to pivot and adjust her life based on mine. She has tremendous benefit from it, but we're uneven. I want to level that out. She deserves it, which is huge. It's also very romantic as well.
Yeah,
Cranston's getting some after that.
Cranston straight said that I want to put my wife to work while I chill at home. Like, that's what he's saying. I'm going to be in Paris chilling. You go to work, baby. Take care of the rest of us.
Get you a nice secretary position.
It's cool that he just wants to chill. I was going to be 70.
Why would you want to be still working at 70?
Zack.
70.
Big time.
Like, he's already done his time.
Yeah.
That's right.
Dude looks great for his age, I have to admit. But dude probably could have stopped after Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
But he just continues to just make banger movies and TV shows.
Yeah. I think where he's at, like, now is a good place to stop.
Yeah.
Everything's going to start winding down. There's not going to be another Breaking Bad spin-off show or anything like that.
Yeah.
It's done now. He doesn't have to put the bald cap on and fucking go out there and be Heisenberg. His Better Call Saul's also finished.
Yeah.
It's Dunstan now.
Yeah. Honestly, it'll be like, sad to think that there won't be any more Bryan Cranston fare out there. But also, realistically, that's just me being nice. I don't watch a lot of Bryan Cranston fare outside of like Bad and maybe some of the shows and movies he's done as of recent.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's still a crazy day to think 3 years from now, no more Cranston material.
I wonder if he's lined it all up so that he's going to be just smashing out shows and movies and stuff like that.
100%.
But I think Your Honor's also finishing.
I think it's done.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be 5.
Hopefully he makes it into Tarantino's last one. He's never worked with Tarantino before either.
Fuck, that'd be cool.
Just to tick it off the list. Not for him to be the star of the shit, but just to have a role would be cool.
Yeah.
Like a Michael Parks-esque sort of would be mad.
100%. But that's it for news and developments.